They bought the house on Wren Hollow because it was too cheap not to. For bedrooms, original woodwork, a sprawling staircase, and a stained glass window that caught the sun just right in the morning. It was the kind of place people dream about, if they don't ask too many questions. The seller was quiet, wouldn't say much, just handed over the keys and said, "Don't open the locked door. You'll know which one." They laughed about it later. Every old house had quirks, but the first night was strange. Not scary, just off. The house made sounds, but not normal house sounds. Not creaks or groans or shifting boards. These sounded more deliberate, like someone quietly closing a door, like quiet footsteps on carpet, like breathing on the other side of a wall. They tried to brush it off. Then the cold spot started, always in the same place, at the foot of the staircase. You could stand in it and see your breath, even in August. Then came the whispers. You could hear them from the bathroom vent, only when the water was running. It wasn't words, just soft hissing, like someone trying to speak through clenched teeth. And then they found the locked door. It was in the hallway closet, behind a fake panel. Steel, no knob, just a heavy bolt on the outside, like something meant to keep something in. That night, they started arguing. Loud, bitter fights over nothing. Dishes, laundry, who left the lights on. They didn't remember what they said, only that it felt like someone else was pulling the strings. Like the anger didn't belong to them. They stopped sleeping well. Sometimes, they'd wake to find each other standing at the window. Neither remembered getting up. Sometimes, they were whispering. Eventually, they brought in a contractor to look at the door. He drilled through the lock. When he opened it, he looked in for about 5 seconds, turned around, and left the house without saying a word. He never returned their calls. They opened it the next day. Behind the door was a small room. No windows, just a chair and a mirror. On the walls, deep scratches in the wood, as if someone had clawed at it for years. And on the floor, a trail of wet footprints. Bare, leading into the room, but none leading out. They closed the door, bolted it again, but things got worse. At night, they'd hear someone knocking slow, deliberate, on the inside of the walls. They moved out a month later, left everything behind. But sometimes, just before dawn, they both wake up with the same dream. Standing in front of the locked door, hearing a voice inside, softly saying, "You left me in here."